What? Metal Gear Acid? You're on acid. Whoa. There we go. Camera back in its place. Let's play some Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. Or not. Shit. I forget that it confirms with Circle. Played Peace Walker. I played every single one but this. Yes. But this is before Peace Walker. New game. Put your name. You may not use lowercase letters. Well, thanks. They're all lowercase though. Writing Snake's real name. That's Solid Snake. This is Big Boss. One of more of the words entered cannot be used in this game. I can't use the word snake in this game. What if it's one-eyed snake? Oh boy. He is a one-eyed snake, I know. David, is this name okay? I could do John, which is Big Boss's real name, but sure. Oh man, it's... Ugh. Solid Snake is a good porn name. It really is. Shape successful. Easy. It's a damn PSP game.
Right on time. Excellent. It's been exactly 12 hours since we administered the drug. I trust your dreams were pleasant, Big Boss.
What are you talking about?
Oh, please drop the act. I know all about you, boss. Or would you prefer I called you Naked Snake?
Sounds like you've got the right guy. Who are you?
My name is Lieutenant Cunningham. Until 4 weeks ago, I was with the CIA.
Cunningham? Fox Unit's interrogation specialist?
Ah, so you have heard of me. I'm honored, Snake.
And those guys who attacked me, they were Fox too?
Yeah, although we'll leave it at that for now.
What do you want from me? I'm retired from Fox. I'm guessing this isn't a social call, or you wouldn't have brought the goons.
Retired? Yeah, I suppose you are to the outside world. Don't worry. I'm not here to give you a new mission. I just want to ask you one simple question. 6 years ago, as a member of Fox, you prevented a full-scale nuclear war. You were hailed as a true patriot, given the title of Big Boss by the President. And then you turned right around and quit the unit. Threw aside your rank, your good name. Mysterious, don't you think? What did you see out there on your mission? What did you see in Grozny Grad? Where is the legacy?
You mean the Philosopher's Legacy?
Yes, the secret cache of funds amassed by the Big Three during the Second World War. Where is it?
If you're looking for the legacy, try the CIA. They're the ones who took it after the mission 6 years ago.
Simply apply the right type of pain to the right degree at just the right location. It's always been my policy for persuasion, and I found it to be quite effective. The CIA only recovered half of the legacy from the Soviets after Operation Snake Eater. And you know where the other half went.
The CIA only got half?
You can drop the act. You defeated the boss and returned alive, so you must know where the other half of the legacy is. And now, you're gonna tell me, Snake?
Don't have a clue.
That's too bad. Because I'd hate to have to continue persuading you like this, comrade. No matter. We have plenty of time. Sooner or later, I'm sure it'll all come back to you.
Wait. This isn't an official mission, is it? What happened to Major Zero? Tell me the truth, Cunningham.
This is an official Fox mission. For now.
Arrogance, I don't know what you're using, but I recommend DS for Windows, which is a small small program you can get that you probably should run every time you're using a DualShock 4. You have to do that now? Okay. You can run it wireless? Mine is with a cable. So I never tried wireless actually. I didn't know it was possible. Snake, so that's your name, huh? It's got a nice ring to it. Who are you? Just a prisoner, like you. An American. How'd an American like you end up a prisoner in a place like this? It's a long story. Never mind that. Don't you want to get out of here? Is this the portable Metal Gear, or is it the other that is the direct prequel to Metal Gear Solid 5? Well, they're both portable. Fuck. I guess my camera is on top of the thing again. I didn't need to move it. It's the first portable one, not Peace Walker. But this is a prequel to Peace Walker. It goes Metal Gear Solid 3, Portable Ops, Peace Walker, 5 Ground Zeroes, 5 Phantom Pain, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Made these games a long time ago. Okay. You know a way. Take a good look under the bed. See that duct? The cover comes right off. You can go through it to the next room. How'd you know? 'Cause I'm the one that took the cover off. But as luck would have it, they moved me to another cell right after that, so I never got a chance to use it. If you make it out, will you do a fellow prisoner a favor? A favor? Considering starting Persona 4 New Game Plus, Understandable. Carry on. Valhalla, fuck that. Danganronpa or Persona 4? Fuck anything else. Don't worry, you'll get something out of it too. Deal. I'll give it a shot. Revengeance is between what? It's the last one. How do I move? He wasn't moving. Yeah. The idea was for Revengeance to be, or Metal Gear Rising before it was called Revengeance, to be between 2 and 4, and that would have been a winner. But they didn't do that, because they wanted total freedom, so the game stopped making sense. Yay. I didn't play it, but it doesn't make sense. Paramedic polyamide. And this is the Fox Unit's new sneaking suit. What's this doing here? Did Metal Gear ever make sense? Yes.
Well, I'll be damned. It is Snake. Or should I say, Big Boss. Are you the real deal? You know me? Are you kidding? You're a legend in the Black Ops world.
Black Ops.
What's a hero like you doing in a place like this?
Beats me. I'd like to find out myself. Where are we anyway? Near the equator from the looks of it. If I had to guess, I'd say South America.
You got it, Big Boss. The San Jeronimo Peninsula, to be exact. Known to the locals as La Peninsula de los Muertos, the Peninsula of the Dead. It's off the coast of central Colombia, more or less directly south of Cuba.
Never heard of it.
You wouldn't have. It doesn't show up on any conventional maps. It's under Red Army control.
The Red Army?
He does sound like Raiden.
In 1964, the Russians provided military aid to FARC, Colombia's biggest rebel faction. And in return, FARC gave them this land.
1964, the year of the Virtuous Mission.
2 years prior, the Russians failed in their attempt to build an intermediate-range ballistic missile base in Cuba. Had they succeeded in deploying nuclear-equipped IRBMs inside Cuba, every major American city would have been within range.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Exactly. In the end, the Russians gave up on the idea of deploying missiles in Cuba. But rumor had it that they were looking for a new site, one where they could build a base in secret.
And that place was the San Jeronimo Peninsula.
Yeah, well, not exactly. Apparently, the plans for this missile base were abandoned before it was built.
Abandoned?
Due to détente. Both the US and the Soviet Union are having trouble financing their enormous military budgets, and they can't afford to keep waging the Cold War like they did in the 60s. Last year, they began conducting the Strategic Arms Limitation talks, with the goal of limiting each country's number of ballistic missiles.
Meaning no more need to build a new missile base.
Right. But as you can see, they'd already completed part of the facility. We were sent in to investigate what was going on. Before we could do that, they ambushed us.
They?
The Fox unit. My team was wiped out in the blink of an eye. I fear I'm the only survivor.
What's the Fox unit doing in a Soviet base?
Not a clue. I'd have expected you to know more about it than me.
I'm not with Fox anymore.
I see. Anyway, that's all I've got.
All right. Hold on. I'll get you out of there.
It's no use. I've tried over and over. You need a special key to unlock the cell door. Right now, you've got to get out of here. Head 5 clicks southeast of the detention center, and you should reach a communications base. I need you to call in a rescue, if you can.
Rescue?
You should be able to make contact with the States using the satellite uplink, but the circuit will most likely be monitored. If only you could use some kind of encrypted transmission.
Someone capable of receiving an encrypted protocol that they can't listen in on.
Any ideas?
I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off, but there's one thing I could try.
Great. I'm counting on you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
It's been an honor, Snake. The name's Campbell. Roy Campbell. Good luck.
Gasp. That reminds me. You've been out of action for a while, haven't you, Snake? Now would be a good time for a light refresher, just to help you get reacquainted with your weapons and basic actions. I'll help you out. First, equip a weapon. Hold the circle button. This will bring up a list of carried weapons. Use the directional buttons to select. Roy Campbell, before he was a colonel though. To use a weapon, press the L button to ready the weapon and the square to fire. Now it's your turn. Good, you got it. Next, let's do a first-person attack. Press the R button to ready the weapon and the square to fire. Use the analog stick to aim. While aiming, you can press the L button to get a more accurate fix on the target. Try it out. Oh, okay.
Oh.
What the hell? Oh, damn it. Never mind. That's enough for a weapon. Oh, and before I forget, do you know about the radar in the upper right corner of the screen? That's your surround indicator. Keeps you informed of sounds in the surrounding area. The outer ring displays the sound you hear around you. The inner ring display is the sounds you make yourself. Why? There was no one else to shoot. It was a tranquilizer gun. That's why he sends the colonel. Be especially careful when you see red on the radar. That means the enemy is near. If you make a sound, they'll be all over you. It says you're an enemy. Hold it. You can't just dash blindly into plain view. You've got to check to make sure it's safe first. There should be a guard outside to the left. You need to make your exit when that guard isn't looking your way, right? So use the wall press and then peek. Face the wall to the left, then move towards the wall and press the triangle button. And while you're pressed against the wall, hold the triangle button down and make your way slowly toward the exit. Okay, there's no walking crouched in this game. Hey, you're pretty good. Now head for the communications base. Use the triangle button to open any doors you encounter. Well, as long as they're not locked, that is. You can view the route to the communications base on the map screen by pressing the start button. The goal is marked with an X. I also seem to remember there being an electronic gate along the way. If you're careful, I think you can sneak past it. You know how to crawl, right? Counting on you, Snake. Or should I say legendary soldier? Roy Campbell screaming to Snake while he sneaks around, of course. Isn't that how you sneak? Alright, so I need to do something here. Control mapping. Nani? Okay. Ooh, nice. Dual analog controls. It wasn't happening. I wasn't getting the dual analog. Which is the only reason I never finished this game on PSP. So I was like, fuck this shit. I don't want the camera on the D-pad. Go, walk. Why are you walking slowly? No.
We're under attack!
Huh?
This is HQ. This is Patrol. The enemy is attacking from an unknown position.
Acknowledged. Keep your eyes open.
Who's that noise? So what's that noise?
Who's that?
What? He can see me here?
Just my imagination.
I wonder if it is.
Huh? HQ.
This is HQ.
What the? Huh? This is Patrol. All clear.
Acknowledged.
This is a little awkward to play, though. I know, I even know the story of the game because I read up on it. I watched it, I think. But, I'd like to play it. These big boss T-Rex posing, they always did that. Well, since 3. They did that since 3. No. Why? Like, even my input is awkward. Cause sometimes the analog behaves like I'm just pressing a little bit of it.
We're under attack! HQ.
This is HQ.
This is Patrol. The enemy is attacking from an unknown position.
Acknowledged. Keep your eyes open.
Who's that?
You can't climb that? This definitely plays like a PSP title, we can tell. Yeah. It's no Peace Walker. Don't they have dog tags or items in this game? I don't care. They have this item called I really don't care. I can try to shake one up though, so you can see if you want. That's a dish antenna for satellite communications. This must be the communications base. The communicator I'm looking for is in that building. Yeah, and if I try to go slow, it doesn't go. Like, it's only going all or nothing. Which is awkward, since that's not at all how it was behaving with Manhunt. I managed to sneak around and Manhunt very well. It is I, Potato again. Nailed it. Well, I tried. I can't sneak if the analog only goes all in. I can't stalk them like I was doing in Manhunt. That sucks. I have to wait for the moment where the analog is in stalking mode. No. Don't want to. Alright, I'm in stalking mode. Let's see if we can surprise this guy. Or not. Wrong button, I think. Speak. Smoke G. Menu full. Well. Yeah, this isn't controlling very well. I'm not sure. Not sure I'm going to stick with this, guys. It's a little awkward. Ah. Next game on the list. Well, today it's this or bust. Does anybody read me? This is Snake. If anybody can hear this, please respond. Snake! Is it you? Is this the real Naked Snake? That voice. Paramedic. It's me. It's been a while, huh, Snake? It's good to hear your voice again. Same here. Would be even better if we weren't in this godforsaken place. So, you're still using the circuit? Major Zero kept it just in case. He said if you were safe, you might try to use it to contact us. Wait, does Snake look like a T-Rex holding the gun and knife while standing? That happens... Hello, Nobruk, how are you? That happens in all of the Big Boss games, and 4 as well, right? Yeah, I never tried to connect Bluetooth. To be honest, I never really expected you to call, but I'm glad you did. Yeah, me too. But why are you on the line? Where's the Major? Major Zero was placed under arrest by the military last month. The military? The Pentagon arrested the Major. Why? He's being held under suspicion of treason. I don't know the details, but a month ago, a CIA unit stole a top-secret weapon guarded by the military and fled the country. They're charging the Major with instigating the revolt. You've been charged too, Snake. Me? The military believes you spearheaded the rebellion. You've got to be kidding me. I'm retired from Fox. Does it? I don't recall. I played all except Portable Ops. He does. It's pretty evident in when he's holding like one-handed weapons. It's very obvious. I know, Snake. Calm down and listen to me. The CIA unit, the one that stole the prototype weapon and executed the revolt, its name was Fox. Meaning the Fox unit is your next target. What the hell? What are they after? I don't know. Any members of Fox who didn't join the rebellion were killed. The unit is in shambles. I don't believe this. I know how you feel. You know why the military suspects you, don't you, Snake? Whoever started this mess managed to gather Fox members specializing in solo missions and killed all those who opposed. The only soldier who could have pulled that off is you. Done in by my own overblown reputation. Are you the only one there? For now, at least. But Sigint's helping us out over at ARPA, the Pentagon's Advanced Research Projects Agency. Right, his frequency is 148.41. Yo, Snake, long time no see. I hear you got yourself into a bad mess out there. Mr. Sigint, looks like I need your help again. Oh man, it's cool. We've been through a lot together. With your skills, it shouldn't be too hard to find your way out of there. But that's not gonna be enough. You gotta catch whoever started this revolt. If you can't take him alive, Dad will do just fine. Huh? We need evidence that proves your innocence. Otherwise, we're gonna end up court-martialed for helping you. I see what you're saying, but I can't do it. We're not just talking about rogue Fox members here. They've got the Russian soldiers based on the peninsula on their side. The Lali-Lulelo. Yeah, that's what we heard too. It looks like they took over the chain of command for a Red Army unit that was secretly stationed inside Colombian territory. Took over the chain of command, so that's it. I thought this seemed a little strange for an official military operation. They got the soldiers that were already stationed here to join them. Hearts and minds, the bread and butter of special forces. Anyway, because of that, neither the US nor the Soviet Union can get involved publicly. If the world found out the Russians built a nuclear base in Colombia, or that America had one of their most advanced weapons stolen, there would be hell to pay. And the rogue unit is using those secrets as leverage to demand negotiations for independence with the US and the Soviet Union. They're planning to create a new military nation. So, in other words, they got the force strength necessary to back up these crazy demands. And I can't expect any backup from home. And you want me on my own to go in and capture the ringleader of this rebellion. Well, there's no reason you have to do it alone. If the rebels manage to get the local militia on their side, who's to say you can't do the same thing? You're saying I should convince the Russians and the rebels to join my side? It's not that complicated, man. Just think of it as procuring your allies on site. That's what you're good at, isn't it? Procurement on site? You're kidding, right? This isn't the same as catching fish and snakes, you know. You gotta try, Snake. Otherwise, everybody's gonna be gunning for you, the rebels and the Pentagon. And you're gonna bring us and Major Zero down with you. Oh, I do have some good news too. As luck would have it, we just sent a scout unit to the peninsula to gather intelligence. It's an SFG unit. And the Green Berets here? We lost contact with them a little while ago, but there might still be some survivors. If you rescue them, they'll help you out. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Okay, I'll see what I can find. It's Campbell. Not getting picked up by BT. Well, that is a good thing. BTs are very bad. You okay, Roy? Snake, what are you doing back here? Found a key. Thought you might be interested in it. Did you call for help? Nobody's coming. What? Seems they think I'm the one. Shit. Please, guys, never do Solid Snake's voice. Please. Seems they think I'm the one who's leading Fox, the one who wiped out your unit. Very bad for throat, indeed. That's why Kiefer Sutherland doesn't speak. He doesn't want to damage his instrument. That's insane. Unless I clear my name, they're not letting me back into the country. And we can forget about someone coming to rescue us. Clear your name, but how? Track down the real roots of Fox's rebellion. Roy. What? I need your help to pull this off. Me? Yeah, I need your skills as a Green Beret. Whoa, Snake, don't go getting any crazy ideas. What? What's so crazy about? Look at me. My leg's broken. I can barely walk. And I've had this nasty fever for days. Alright, why don't you drive instead of walk? What do you mean? On a base this big, there's bound to be a personnel transport vehicle. Or two lying around. Well, yeah, but... You don't need your legs to fire a gun, right? So are you with me? Roy. Alright, I'm with you. Great, I owe you one. Jeez, who'd have thought the legendary Big Boss would be this pushy? I'm leaving my spare radio with you. If anything happens, call me. We'll use the frequency 140.85. Press the select button to open the radio screen. Use the left and right directional buttons to adjust the frequency and press circle to make a call. Press the down directional button to bring up a list of saved frequencies. I'll give you a ring if I start to get lonely. Well, I think this is all just to signify how PC gaming is the worst, right? Roy Campbell kept that frequency for years. No wonder Liquid hacked their comms. Supposedly he was using a legit channel, right? Trying to use Sony controller on Windows? Because nothing works. You try to get something to work and it doesn't work. PC gaming has high highs and really low lows. PC gaming is great if you're high, otherwise it's really low. That I'll agree with. Okay, first things first, we need intel. Did you get some kind of briefing before the mission? The first recon target we were given during the pre-mission briefing at Fort Bragg was here. A Soviet frontline patrol base. This will be our first target for information collection. I can take you there. I got a good idea of where it's located. Well, more like, I don't know where any of the other facilities are exactly. It'll do. So what's the plan? This place is packed with soldiers, the perfect target for our first recon. Get as much intel as you can. You should be able to extract useful information by listening in on soldiers. Alright, we'll go with your plan. Looks like we'll make a great team, Snake. Okay, let's get moving. Oh, that's a given, Chimpy. That's always a given. So, what's the likelihood of Arrogance's computer not having Bluetooth? You guys are the best. PC fucking gaming. Because it has Bluetooth? Are you sure? Because that would be amazing. I actually have no idea if my computer has Bluetooth or not. But I assume no. This place is packed with soldiers. The perfect target for our first recon. Get as much intel as you can. You should be able to extract useful information by listening in on soldiers. Mission started. Not 90 years old like you, Davey. Xbox and controller. Controller came with Bluetooth pen, or else I couldn't connect it. Well, with a cable. Okay, now get out there and suss out the situation. You're not 90, but you still can't do it. You can learn a lot from what the enemy is saying. Just get close to an enemy and listen carefully. I know you can do it. Sorry. When you're approaching an enemy, hold the triangle button as you move. That will muffle your footsteps during your approach. Really? You teach me that now? Got it. Something wrong, Campbell? No, it's just got dizzy for a second. Sure you're alright? How's the fever? I'm fine. There are more important things to worry about. Take care of yourself. We can't afford to have you out of action now. Yeah, I know. A weapon that can obliterate major cities in the motherland. Give me a break. You've been watching too many movies. No, this ain't no joke. I heard that. American officer, the one our boss brought in. Say something about it. You mean that tight-ass peg leg? You should have seen that bastard's face. When the topic of the weapon came up, there must have been something in that document that arrived from HQ the other day. Probably just a bad case of the runs. I know I do. This isn't a joke. Look, I know what you're saying. Aiming that thing at our motherland? That just doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, it's suicidal. But it's just a threat, right? A bluff? He's an expert at this sort of manipulation. I hope you're right. Do you ever wonder what kind of weapon we're really storing? Sometimes, but this is not your run-of-the-mill nuclear missile we're protecting, that's for sure. I think I got the problem. Shit. No, it's... I really want Arrogance's computer to not have Bluetooth now. Sorry. Speak. I can't slit his throat. Get new PC. Oh god. Throw! Where are you? Platinum trophy! Come here, Throw! He doesn't know what he's missing. Yeah, just gotta have put that dead zone like all the way up to 50, because otherwise that stick drift will kill you. Really? Your phone is connected? Yeah, probably not to the computer. It's connecting to something else. Like your Pokemon Pikachu or something.
What was that? Who's that?
Guys, it's connected to his Pokemon Pikachu.
Huh?
Looks like you obtained some enemy documents. Good work. You wish that fake-ass Tamagotchi had the interwebs? It doesn't have internet. It has Bluetooth. That's what we're talking about here. Secret doctor? Okay, move it back to the truck. We'll look them over after you get back. Huh? Snake, about those documents you found just now. Find anything interesting? You're not going to believe this. Try me. Seems the rebels are actually planning to activate that new weapon they stole. The documents outline details of a launch plan. The date and time aren't mentioned. But it looks like we don't have much time. No way. They're in the middle of negotiations with Washington and Moscow. Even assuming this launch plan is real, it's gotta be a bluff to strengthen their hand. Maybe. But they exterminated us Green Berets, their own comrades, without mercy or remorse. I don't think they're too particular about means to their end. I hope it turns out I'm worrying too much, but if they're serious about this, it could ignite a global crisis. Snake, until we have a clearer picture of what's going on here, I think we should assume the worst. Better to overreact now and laugh about it later than ignore this and live to regret it. I can't argue with you on that. Right now, we're the only ones on this peninsula in a position to stop these guys. It's our duty to act before the launch deadline. Yeah, you're right. Even so, the fact is there are only two of us, and we can't do this alone. Got any ideas? Snake, when you were listening in on the enemy, did you get the feeling that maybe not everyone's satisfied with their commander? Yeah, some of them were griping about it. Tell me, how hard do you think it would be to recruit some of those soldiers over to our side? Recruit them? Exactly. We could use any grievances they have against their leader to try and persuade them to join us. Sowing discord among the enemy has been a basic element of psychological warfare since the time of Confucius, right? Play our cards right and we might be able to find out what's really going on. What do you think, Snake? Sigint was saying the same thing. Yeah, it might be worth a try. I knew I could count on you. Now, first thing we gotta do is choose a suitable candidate. So what exactly does that entail? Getting reports that soldiers unhappy with the rebellion can also be found in other areas. That means you'll have to drag them back to the truck so we can have a friendly chat about them joining our little resistance. Go out and give it a try. Oh, and one more thing. We've learned the name of the enemy's supreme commander. Who is it? His name is Gene. Gene. Gene? Okay then, let's get this mission started. Pick some place where there will be enemies easy to convert. So where to, big boss? How am I supposed to know? Fucking noob. Your task is to find a soldier there who harbors a grudge against Gene. Pay attention to what they say. Once you found a promising candidate, capture him. Got it? let's review. We're going to scout for soldiers with grudges against Jean. Listen to what the enemy is saying. Then once you found someone ripe for the picking, grab and bring him back to the truck. The best time to get them is when they're alone. Once you got the enemy alone, knock the sucker out. Now there are several ways to knock an enemy out. You can shoot them in the head with your MK22, or put them in a nice chokehold. Here's how to execute a chokehold. First, unequip your weapon so that you're barehanded. To unequip a weapon, push the circle button once quickly. Then quietly sneak up behind the enemy. Push and hold the square button to get him into a full Nelson. Once you got his arms pinned, repeatedly tap the square button to choke the sucker. Sooner or later, he'll lose conscious. You can also pick the enemy up and carry him around when you're barehanded by holding the square button while positioned above his body. Then just drag the unconscious enemy back to the truck. That's it, go get him. There used to be a guy there. Is that how I carry him? God damn it. That's gonna take a while. You can connect anything, Arrogant, as long as it's wired. I resent Throw7 for not being in this conversation. No, as long as it's wired. He really likes that AK. He does not let go of it. There's an adapter.
You heal up pretty quick. Quick thinker, too. They trained you well. You're a good soldier.
Who are you?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Is that a code name? You must be with the Americans. Are you with the Fox unit too?
I'm not with the Americans or with Fox. I'm just a soldier.
Just a soldier? Then why?
We're here to stop Fox Unit from going renegade. A member of Fox named Gene betrayed the US government and stole a top-secret weapon. He plans to use that weapon and the warheads in this base as bargaining chips to negotiate with your country. But blackmail's more like it. We're here to put a stop to it. Our mission is to free the soldiers of the San Geronimo Peninsula from Gene's control and capture the traitors in the Fox Unit. I can understand if you're afraid of Fox, but we need others to help us free the Soviet soldiers on this peninsula. Will you join us?
You're here to save us? And you want me to help you defeat Gene?
What's so funny? You think he's been brainwashed?
Brainwashed? Is that what you think is happening here? A fine joke. But I'm afraid you two have it all wrong.
It's not Johnny.
Wrong. We didn't rebel because of Gene. Our country betrayed us first.
It's Rowan Atkinson.
We have stood guard over this god-forsaken base, unable to reach our friends and loved ones because of the secrecy of our mission. The climate was brutal. The meals were meager. We watched as our comrades succumbed to disease or died fighting the Colombian government. And still, we went on carrying out our mission, believing our efforts were all for the good of the motherland. And how did the motherland reward us? By stabbing us in the back.
You're talking about the Kremlin's policy shift. If the existence of this base came to light, the political fallout with the United States could fatally undermine Moscow's position in the strategic arms limitation talks that Brezhnev is promoting. That's why
We have no use for political rationales. What matters to us is that Mother Russia wiped this base from existence. But instead of allowing us to return home, the army erased all traces of communication and cut off our supplies. They sought to isolate the peninsula and make it look like this was all the work of a few out-of-control soldiers. We were abandoned by our own country.
That's why you decided to follow Gene?
Gene told us he would build us a nation. A nation not of soldiers, but for them. We do not follow Gene out of fear. He will deliver us justice. The only thing we fear is losing that justice. That's why we follow him, not you. You'll never be able to stop him.
Justice, huh? The meaning of justice can change from one day to the next. A professional soldier never brings justice into the mission. The only ones who need a reason to fight are the ones who fight for a living. That's what my mentor told me. Politics are fickle. They change with the times. So long as we remain loyal to our countries, soldiers like us need nothing to believe in. She died out of loyalty. Not to justice, not to her country. To herself, for the mission.
Your mentor, the one who taught you the art of battle. Who was she?
They called her the boss. I killed her.
The boss? The legendary soldier? Then Snake, you must be Big Boss. You're the hero who killed Colonel Volgin at Groznygrad.
Prove your loyalty as a soldier. That's what the boss told me. I still don't know what she meant.
Prove your loyalty. Not to justice, not to your country, but to yourself. Does Gene truly plan to threaten the motherland?
Yes. Snake procured documents from a patrol station that confirm as much. If launched from this base, the weapon Gene stole could deliver a devastating blow to every major city in Russia. I know it's hard to believe.
No, I believe you. Not as a member of the Red Army, but as a soldier.
I appreciate it.
I will follow you. Snake, give me my mission.
Okay, Snake, what's the plan? Hey, Campbell, you sure you're alright? I'm fine. I'll get over it. Now, about our plan. We're going to keep collecting intel. We'll need to pick up some more new recruits. Of course, I'd recommend putting together a unit of 4 soldiers, but if you want to continue on with a smaller unit, that's your call. So we need 2 more. For now, let's use the buddy system and pair you up with the one we just got. You can organize your unit using Manage over at the briefing menu. Push the X button to bring up the briefing menu and select Manage. We'll put you and your new friend down as Team Alpha, alright? The new recruit is registered as a rookie, so move that guy over to your team, Team Alpha. Don't forget you got the Bravo, Charlie, and Delta teams you can fill too. Recruit more comrades and fill those ranks. Just remember that there will be plenty of missions that only you can lead, so make sure you move to that team before deployment. If you need more detailed instructions, push the select button and view the help screens. Snake. Jonathan. How do I assign him? Selection. Ta-da! No, he's just a random name. Alright, now that I actually fixed the camera and realized how to walk and run, I think I might actually continue this. We'll see. I might try to find some cheats. Oh, it's my birthday. I think I might try to find some cheats for it to try to expedite the process. But we'll see. Anyway, oh, it's 4. I thought it was 5. Why am I so hungry? Yeah, I'm gonna quit early today though. I'll be back tomorrow. Connecting my neighbors is hacking devices while I'm at it. Wow. I'll be back tomorrow with either Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops or a new game, depending on what cheats I find. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, and thank you for watching.